All right, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Happy July 4th to everybody out there. Congratulations, a bunch of fireworks, everything ready to go off, right? So what says July 4th better than what? Baseball, right? A lot of baseball games today on this Thursday, a lot of day baseball as well. As we get going into this holiday weekend. So fantastic. Hopefully everybody's safe and sound and spending time with their loved ones. So first of all, if you're new to our show, welcome. Secondly, we do fade or follow 4 teams, and that's where we bet in those particular games. Those 4 teams: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. We will give you leans and plays on the additional games going on as well, but those are the games that we do bet in, and we been sticking to this system here for about 4 years now. The teams change, but just with the amount of baseball games, 162 with 30 teams, and a little over 6 months. There's just unfortunately not enough of me to go through everything and bet the way we do with the in-depth, and also just not enough time during the day. So like I said, we'll give you plays on the remainder of the game, so don't worry about that. But we do, that's where we do place our wood. So our dollars, our dinero, all that kind of stuff. So let's get you started, shall we? All right, so we get started with the early game in this one. 11:05 Eastern time, so morning baseball across the country. 8:05 out here in Phoenix. Mets, Nationals. You got Irvin versus Quintana in this one. Quintana's actually, he pitched 2 starts ago. He pitched like he was Cy Young. Last start was actually pretty decent, even though giving up a run or 2 here or there on that one against Irvin in this one. Mets are hot right now. As soon as I say the Mets in this one, it's going to be watch the Nationals win 14-2 kind of thing. But Mets, it's about a toss-up game at the moment. A couple left-handers going at it here. Nothing really stands out there on that end. Mets bullpen's been much better, and they've been able to score runs on a consistent basis. Now, the Nationals do score runs at home, but I don't see why there's any reason here not to play the Mets. Mets money line front 5. Mets money line for the game. And if you want to get a little greedier than that, Mets minus 1.5 on the run line as well. Next game up, 9:35 out here in Phoenix, 12:35 Eastern time. Palante, Perez, and the Cardinals and the Pirates. Another game in Pittsburgh. Perez has been getting absolutely crushed as of late. Palante, not much better. ERAs are pretty similar. One's at 5, one's at 4.5. One's a young pitcher, one's not so young. Left-hander versus right-hander. Cardinals can, if Goldschmidt and Arenado wake the hell up, they could actually hit left-handers pretty well. The unfortunate part is those 2 guys are still struggling, well below pace for what they should be and for the amount of money that they make on that one. It's a shame, really, because we watched these guys have banner years last year, had no pitching, and yet they were still coming close. And they ended up last place in the division, basically, but it wasn't because of their hitting. It was because of the pitching. This year, we're watching severe decline. So hopefully those guys can get it figured out, because it looks like the Cardinals are going to make a run for this division title, especially if those 2 dudes can get it figured out. So this one here, Cardinals, about $1.22 favorite. I think that's a little high, even though Perez has given up some stuff lately. Let's go Pirates plus 0.5 run front 5. Pirates plus 1.5 for the game, and this one's how we play that one. Next game up, Yankees, Reds, right? Game 3 of the series. Frankie Montas versus Stroman. I'm going to tell you right now, I cannot, for some reason, my mind's saying playing the Reds here, but I cannot get away from the Yanks in this one. The only thing that I can say is they're a heavy favorite, $1.80 favorite. Montas did pitch well his last time out. Stroman, not so much. And if that matters, right, for this matchup here. I do like the Reds maybe taking plus 1.5 on the game and plus 0.5 the front 5. I just think the Yankees are going to get a game this series. I think this is the game here. So Yankees money line front 5 or Reds plus 0.5 run front 5. You go either way there. I think we will see some scoring in this game. So I do like that over 8.5 total for that thing to get taken care of as well. Next game up, Let's see, 1:07 Eastern time, 10:07 out here in Phoenix. Astros, Blue Jays. And good luck with this matchup, right? Framber Valdez and Chris Bassett in this one. Framber, you don't know what you're going to get. Last 2 times out, he's gotten shelled. The time before that, he pitched like he was Cy Young. Chris Bassett gives up a lot of long balls and a lot of hits, period. And walks way too many guys. He does eat innings for you, which does save your bullpen. Normally, you don't have to worry about Bassett getting pulled in the 3rd inning. You know, he's going to give you 5 or 6 to keep that long reliever safe for the day. And this one, to be really honest here, I think the game's so close, you got to take the plus money side, to be really honest. So Blue Jays plus a half a run front 5. Blue Jays money line for the game. Blue Jays plus 1.5 as well. Next game up. We've got, let's see, 1:10 Eastern time, and we do have 3 games going on at this point here. So we'll give you all getting into all 3 of those. We've got White Sox and the Guardians in the first one there. Thorpe versus Lively in this one. Thorpe's pitched okay for, since coming into the rotation for the White Sox. Hasn't pitched bad at all. White Sox pitcher, if they can go 5 innings and only give up 3 runs, that's pretty solid. Lively has pitched well for the Guardians, been pretty consistent all season long, in this one here. So even though the Guardians are 225 favorite, I would lean more towards Guardians minus a half run from 5. Also, Guardians minus 1.5 for the game. And the Guardians to score some runs. So how about over team total, which should be around 4.5. Next game up, also 1:10 Eastern time. We've got Twins and Tigers. And this one, Kent Maeda versus Bailey Obear. I don't know how the Tigers can be a $2 favorite here with Obear pitching. I understand it's at home, and they do have the better offense overall, but $2 favorite for the Twins? It's not necessarily for the Twins. It's for Obear. I mean, this dude, he gives up runs like mad crazy. His ERA still near mid-4. He does get some wins. They tend to score some runs here. So just being a $2 favorite, we'd probably stay away from the side on that one. We do like the Twins over their team total at 4.5. Maeda should give up a buttload of runs as well. And this one, we like over for the game, to be really honest, as well. On this one, over front 5 runs, which should be 4.5. We like some scoring early as well, all in that game there. Next game up, 1:10 Eastern time, 10:10 out here in Phoenix. Red Sox, Marlins. What can we say here, right? I mean, the Red Sox only $1.76 favorite. Pivetta pitching. Pivetta's had his struggles. No question in that one. The question is, does the struggles continue? We think kind of yes. We think the Marlins get them actually in this game here. So give us the Marlins plus a half a run front 5. Marlins plus 1.5 for the game. We're also going to sprinkle some we'd sprinkle some on the Marlins money line. Also, Marlins over the team total should be roughly maybe 3.5. I would definitely play over that as well. All right, now we get into the next game here. 11:20 out here in Phoenix. 2:20 Eastern time. First game that we're heavily involved in. Phillies Cubs. Talion versus Sanchez. In this one, Sanchez had the outstanding game. The last one, not a perfect game, but get 2-hitter shutout, complete game. Talion's pitched well the last 2. So he pitched really well the first 3, blew up a couple starts, then his come back to pitch 2 good starts for Talion in that one. I still think the Phillies are a much, much better team. And Trey Turner, the Cubs killer, playing in this one. So we'll give you all these plays in this Phillies-Cubs game. Phillies money line. We're also going to play them plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Phillies over the team total. Phillies money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. All right, then we've got Clemens, Bohm, and Turner we're on for the Phillies here. Clemens, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Alec Bohm, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Trey Turner, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time, Phillies, Cubs, Phillies money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Phillies over their team total. Phillies money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Clemens, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Alec Boehm, homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Trey Turner, the Cub killer, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 5 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. Next game up. 2:35 Eastern Time, 11:35 out here in Phoenix. Padres, Rangers, King against Scherzer. You got to give Scherzer credit. He's pitched, even though he's 1-1, he's pitched well in both games. Shockingly enough, doesn't seem to be any rust on Scherzer here. Rangers are only a $1.24 favorite. I understand the Padres offense can't tee it off. I don't expect them to here against the Rangers unless it's late after Scherzer gets out of the game. Rangers, money line, front 5. Rangers, money line for the game. Also, Padres under their team total. If it's at 4.5, I'd also play the under there on that one. Next game up, 4:07 Eastern Time, 1:07 out here in Phoenix. Angels, A's, Contreras versus J.P. Sears. In this one here, Sears has struggled his last few times out. A's finally got the offense going on Tuesday night. See if it continues here through the holiday, right, on this one. Once again, though, the Angels are actually the A's are favored in this one. So I'd probably play the half a run with the Angels on the front 5. Is where I'd have most interest. I think there's going to be some scoring in this game, though, so that total of 8.5 should be an opportunity there as well. Next game up, 1:10 out here in Phoenix, 4:10 Eastern Time. Orioles, Mariners, third game of the set. We're recording this actually before the second game of the set, but Orioles do win 2-0 in the first game. Grayson Rodriguez with a fantastic start. We got Corbin Burns going in this one against Bryce Miller in this one. Burns has been solid. The only issue with Burns all season long is he gets hit by the long ball. Thank God it's normally only solo shots, but he does get touched up for the long ball. But he doesn't give up a lot of extra else. Has kept the walks down. He's been the ace that they need, and he will be their starter going for when they make the playoffs. He'll definitely be leading things off as well. Not a lot of success on the Mariners side against Burns' lifetime. A couple of hits, spread out here and there on that one, but we like the O's again in this one. I mean, being on the road, they are one of the best teams in the majors and in the American League itself, so we'll ride with the O's. They had a ton of opportunities to score some runs in the first game that didn't get anything across, just the 2. We don't expect that to continue to happen in this series, so give us Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And we got 3 guys that have great success against Miller. So Gunnar Henderson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 5 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Santander, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. And Colton Cowser has already hit him well so far in his rookie season. Cowser, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. So one more time, Orioles and Mariners. Orioles money line minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Gunnar Henderson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 5 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Santander, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Colton Cowser, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. Next game up, Brewers, Rockies. This series has been crazy, right? A lot of late inning drama in both the games, the first 2 games. And this is going to be the 4th game of the series here. Quantrill versus Myers. I'll be really honest here. We like the Rockies again in this one, plus a half from 5. Also on the money line and plus 1.5 for the game as well. Rockies over the team total, could expect that one to go as well. Would not shock me if the game does go over the 10.5 that's currently up on the board as well. So next game up, we did miss one there. Giants, Braves, 4:20 out here in Phoenix, 7:20 Eastern Time. Logan Webb, Charlie Morton, Coin flip game here with Webb pitching. Webb pitched a masterpiece at home against the Dodgers in his last appearance. Morton, on the other hand, hasn't got a ton of run support lately. Did pitch well in his last outing, but ended up being a loss. What are we going to get from the Braves? And the Giants are inconsistent a little bit offensively as well. They can string some hits together a little bit better. Morton has a more tendency to walk folks. Logan Webb has struggled on the road his last couple starts, so where do you go from here? I think you got to take plus money anywhere you can find it, to be really honest. So the Braves at plus 1.5 for the game, or minus 166 on that one. We're going to go against the curve here. I just think Logan Webb continues the road start problems. So give us the Braves money line front 5 plus 1.5 on the money line as well on that game there. And then we get to the next one, shall we? All right, we've got 2 games left. 8:10 Eastern Time, 5:10 out here in Phoenix. If somebody can explain to me what the hell's going on with the Royals offense, I would greatly appreciate it. We follow them every day. The offense has been a little bit of a struggle as of late. Figured it would help when Massey came back, but Massey goes 0 for Pasquantino and Perez. Perez helped on Sunday night, but has been hit and miss here as of late. Miguel Garcia has been absolutely... He seems to go 0 for 5 and 0 for 4 and gets a lot of opportunities at the top of the lineup to keep the innings going. And crucial at bat wise is not doing them any favors. This one, Alec Marsh, Zach Eflin pitching in this one. Rays are favored because of Eflin here. Marsh has had his moments. He's had dominant starts and piss poor. Not a lot in between for Marsh. So what are we going to get here? We're going to get Royals, and we're going to get Royals mashing the ball is what we think in this one. So let's give you, we got a lot of plays in this game. Let's give you those. Royals money line as the dog, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Bobby Witt, Salvador Perez, and Siri against Marsh has had great success. So we're on all 3 of those guys in this game. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Salvador Perez, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. And Jose Siri, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. So one more time, Royals and Rays. Royals money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Royals over their team total. Royals money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Salvador Perez, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. And Jose Siri, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, and 2 plus hits. So now we get to the last game of the night, 9:10 Eastern Time, 6:10 out here in Phoenix. Dodgers D-backs. Zach Gallen, his second start back. He looked pretty good. Start 1. It was against the A's, so don't know if it was a combination of both or if he was just that dominant, but he did pitch well. Knack for the Dodgers, who's pitched well. I mean, he stepped up in times of need as the Dodgers have needed a lot of starters to get through this front half of the season. So, I mean, ERA for Knack barely above 2. Zach Gallen, 6-4 with an under 3 ERA. He's normally going to end the season at 3.5. The problem is he normally runs out of gas around the August, September timeframe in this one. We expect a tight game for most of this until we get to the bullpens. Dodgers in game 1 came back 3 times on the D-backs. It just seems like maybe they're going to continue to get their number in here. So we're going to roll with the Dodgers one more time here. So Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus 0.5 run, front 3, front 5, and front 7 innings. Ohtani, who's been on absolute fire. Rojas has great success against Gallen. And Christian Walker, the Dodger killer as of late. And he also has great success and is limited at bats against Knack. So we're on all 3 of those guys for batter props. Ohtani, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Miguel Rojas, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. Christian Walker from the D-backs, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2 plus total bases, 3 plus total bases, 2 plus hits. So one more time, Dodgers D-backs, On the 4th of July, Dodgers money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus a half a run, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Ohtani home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Miguel Rojas homer, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Christian Walker, who's been the Dodger killer as of late, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. So everybody wants to know where we can find all these bets. There's a ton of them we got going on. It's really easy to do. You can find all these bets on our Google Sheets. This is our betting ledger. It'll have all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what book we placed those at. So make sure you do check that out when you get some time. You can find it in multiple spots online. Our TikTok and YouTube channel pages, also at the end of every episode on YouTube, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. That'll be where you'll find all of these bets. Once you click into that link, go to baseball 2024 season, scroll down to July 4th, and you'll be able to see all of those. Then we do have promo bonus bets for you as well from our partners to you. Also available at the end of every episode on YouTube and our TikTok and YouTube channel pages. It's bit.ly/sportsbets for free -BH. Click into there, it automatically default to whatever state you're in and give you all the offers that we have from sports books and fantasy places alike that are available in your area. Make sure you take advantage of those bonus bets from us to you on that one as well. Want to make life easy to find us? That's simple to do as well. All you have to do is follow or subscribe, depending on what social media platform you're watching us on. We will show up in your followers in the subscription tab. Want to learn how to make extra money on the sports wagering? That's really easy to do. All you have to do is subscribe on TikTok or on YouTube. You will get our biggest bets ahead of time before we hit them, as we do tend to move the market a little bit, either on the actual line itself or on the juice. So opportunities to save you money and get in early on a lot of these plays by signing up. It's cheap. It's half the price of Netflix a month, and a lot more entertainment, and it can actually add value to your portfolio rather than taking money away like all these streaming networks. So feel free to get that done when you get some time as well. And if you have questions, make sure you message us. Want to make life even easier to find us? That's simple to do as well. Turn on notifications for the social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence heading to the betting app or betting window. Not only that, make sure you turn on notifications for TikTok, as we do go live 5-6 days a week to walk you through a bunch of live plays as well, where there's a ton of opportunities to make some coins. So make sure you do that. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.